The State of Ethics and Corporate Social Responsibility in Business in 2020. Now, according to the Markkula Center for Applied Ethics at Santa Clara University, ethics is based on well-founded standards of what is right and what is wrong that prescribe what humans ought not to do, usually in terms of rights obligations that benefit society and fairness and other virtues. For example, if someone is stealing from the corporation, would be deemed as a vice and not a virtue, not something that is good. However, the corporate view of the social responsibility has drawn a very fine line between rule-based compliance culture and value-based ethics culture. Now, what is this? Value-based culture encompasses the question, should I? Is it ethical? While the strictly rule-based culture asks, is it legal? Can I do this? Now, to understand ethical behavior in 2020, we must look at three things. First of all, the value for society as a whole. Second of all, balance in varying stakeholder interests. Thirdly, accountability, both financially and non-financially. And for the next few minutes, I would like to focus specifically on an ethical scandal that I'm sure we've all heard of in corporate America. Specifically, the political ad scandal surrounding Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, which I'm sure we all have heard of. After allowing many advertisements of false political information without fact-checking, has led many employees and politicians to call out to Facebook CEO Zuckerberg, stating that free speech and paid speech are not the same thing. Nevertheless, Mark Zuckerberg, along with Facebook, has chosen not to pull the plug on these ads, stating that he believes people should have the choice to discern what's right and what's wrong, even if there is cold hard evidence that these political ads are not factual. The company would only fact check these political ads if it shows any imminent harm to a specific group of people. Now, this is clearly a decision made by Mark that is money-oriented. As I said before, this is where the strictly rule-based culture applies. More than 1 billion people in the world are active users on Facebook. And in the United States, according to Statistica, there are 190 million Facebook users. Millions and millions of people are being given false information. Many may not even have the education to research and fact-check this information for themselves. Many get their information, sadly, and their news from Facebook, but should they have to fact-check? I believe that should be the company's job before releasing any ads, especially a political ad. Perhaps it is legal to advertise them, but it is certainly not ethical. Ethics is where morality is applied, and morality is a definition of personal character. So to say what is generally accepted or not accepted as personal standards is in society. But I think we can all agree that lying is morally not right. And Mark himself stated as a response to the representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez that running an ad that had a lie is bad. But he stated that in his position, it's different because Facebook wants to allow these ads so that the people, the users themselves, can judge the characters of these politicians for producing false advertisement. Nevertheless, some may not realize if they don't research if it is true or it is false. And Abraham Lincoln once said that he is a firm believer in that if the people are given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them real facts. So instead of publishing these lies in hopes that the users will judge the true characters of these politicians, why even take that risk? Publishing the truth and only the truth does not put anyone at risk in being deceived. With that in mind, I would like to say I would like you to just think of those three statements I stated in the beginning on ethical behavior. First, does it value for society as a whole? Is there a balance in stakeholder interests, and is accountability being taken in financially and non-financially? Thank you.